Recently, I've been noticing I've been consuming a bit too much. In my last video, I mentioned that a big goal of mine this year was to get in touch with nature more. Well, I noticed I've actually been getting in touch with my iPad more than grass. Well, I called my friend Rachel and said, "Yo Rachel, do you want to go on a hike?" Okay. So, I grabbed my keys, zipped on my jacket, and started to visit Mount Hotham.
They call me Big Bad John. I don't give
A lot of stuff coming up for this trip. It's been very nice. We're doing a treetop camping setup. But yeah, we're about to arrive at the very start, 15 minutes away. But yeah, we'll see you soon. This weekend, I spent 2 nights at Mount Hotham. It takes roughly 5 hours to drive to Mount Hotham from Melbourne CBD, and the 2 nights I spent here was booked through Hipcamp. This retreat was called Alpine Nature Experience, and it's up at the top of Mount Hotham. We're going up now. So we're currently at Mount Hotham. We're going on a buggy tour to learn more about what's at Hotham. Beautiful day here in summer. I always come here in winter, so it's really cool to come here actually in summer. Look at this, usually this would be a run. As I said before, I typically visit Mount Hotham or any of the Victorian High Country in winter. Well, my friend Rachel, the person I was on the phone to at the start, invited me on this trip to reset, and honestly, this is exactly what I needed. So we're going down at the bottom of the chairlifts.
I just wanna go out.
So we're currently at a creek right now. So nice here in nature, just chilling out. It's really, really nice. My lens is a bit dusty. There's a platypus. It was really cute. My friend Rachel invited me on this trip, and you know, she's actually one of those friends that everyone needs in their life. Every time we catch up, we end up talking about our well-being, how our actual bodies are feeling, where our mind's at, and how to navigate the very busy life we both live back in Melbourne. If you actually didn't know, this is the bottom of one of the main chairlifts in Mount Hotham, and it was actually cool to see what it looks like without snow. During summer in Mount Hotham, you can actually do a fair bit of nature tours and hikes. We're at this beautiful running stream right here. Look at this creek. Rachel. This was a buggy tour that we did with the Mount Hotham Buggy Experience. I'll link them in the description. But to me, this was such a great way to disconnect, explore, and honestly embrace Mount Hotham's beauty. On this tour, we got paired with a very wholesome National Geographic photographer. His name was Don, and he's been traveling around the Alpine Mountains in Australia, capturing the summer periods and showcasing how good our mountains are in summer. Regarding Mount Hotham in summer, there's a lot of things you can do here. Mountain bike, hike, trails, camp, literally everything.
The hut is being recreated. There was a little wombat that lived underneath the foundations there, and it was rebuilt in the 2000s, but it's been, the same content has been used, so the same material has been used throughout, so it's actually got the original wood on there. Obviously this was one of the main sites. When you look at the movie, you will see there is some of the footage filmed across Swindler's Creek.
I didn't realise this, but huts have played an important role in the European history of the Mount Hotham region.
And then you will read, tour guide was drunk at the wheel.
Welcome to the Alpine Nature Experience. 3 beautiful domes here, and then we have a teepee right in the middle. There's electricity here, there's toilets here, there's a shower here, kitchen, and the best of all, there's actually a bar here, which is amazing.
In my little red book, and I said to myself, well, you're in luck tonight. Though I've never been the lucky type. So I hurried on down.
So nice. There's 4 of us staying here tonight. These tents stay with like 2 people. There's also a treetop tent all the way at the back with 3 people.
Keep me hanging on. So I'm waiting patiently till the rain is falling down on me. I don't mind.
There's Rachel in the bath, everybody. She's been baptized at Mount Hotham.
Waiting for the telephone, hoping that you're still at home. Wondering after all this time, is your voice still free? Waiting for the telephone, hoping that you're still.
Once we got settled into camp, we had a cooked dinner from our camp director. There, I will absolutely butcher his name, and he is the person that started the Nature Alpine Experience and will be the person you'll probably be hanging out with for a couple nights if you stay here.
Waiting for the telephone to bring you back to me.
That's the beautiful view that I wake up to every single morning.
Probably cosmic. And then, yeah. But that's the uncomfortable.
To me, it was cool to see a different lifestyle. JF mentioned that everything in the Alpine Nature Eco Village was built for the camp specifically, and my favorite thing about this camp is tailored for, I guess, both introverts and extroverts. For me, I'm extremely extroverted. I'm an ENFJ. I like being surrounded by people. But up here, for introverts, they're able to reset here, rejuvenate their social battery, and honestly just think about their surroundings. So I realized, being an extrovert, for me, as long as I was getting along with everyone else, I actually like the peace and quiet.
Anyway, it's so beautiful. This is the room. Oh, so nice. I might leave the camera here for the night. It's been an amazing first day, a long first day. Obviously getting here is always the big commute, but I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
The room at night is absolutely stunning. There are 3 of these domes. I was staying in the one closest, and at nighttime it becomes an absolute wonderland. This is in summer, keep this in mind. I could not imagine how beautiful this would be in winter. Anyway, it was time to settle into the night, hit the hay, and get ready for tomorrow's big hike.
I hope you know.
Good morning. Day 2 at the dome. Best sleep. Honestly, there's something about sleeping in nature that just feels amazing. We're going to brekkie and then go for a hike. I'm super excited about that.
Sunlight dances on the balcony as I wait for thee to come home. I forgot my words, yeah, my sadness when you're in.
Morning. Day 2. I'm going to go in for brekkie now. Out of bed. Sunrise was so nice. But yeah, it's currently 8 a.m. It's clearing up a little bit. It was raining all night last night. So let's go outside.
Walked into my life and I am glad you came. Glad you came. When you're not around, life is broken. Glad you came.
Off on the hike.
Glad you came.
We're going to Rome, 16,000 kilometers away.
Yeah,
Going hiking. Might not make it back.
that's old-fashioned hiking.
See ya, Hotham.
Bye-bye.
How did you sleep, Rach?
Just loads of dreams. Am I in the video?
Yeah.
I was just about to say something and I'm like, nope, not going to say that on camera.
Will you stay with me? Never leave.
Today we're doing a 16 kilometer hike. 16 to 18 kilometer hike, and it is storming. Should take 5 or 6 hours. But look at its conditions. Australia. Australian outback, scary.
All the way down to the bottom there, cross Swindler Spur or Swindler's River, back up the other side, all the way up there, and then you can almost see Spargo's hut on the other side there. Follow the reeds, go around the resort, done.
Beautiful. We're hiking. Hike begins. We put it on the iPhone. Rachel Cam. There she is, purple. So we've just started the hike, but we had to wait a bit because it was like literally about to bucket down storming. It's time to run down this hill.
That one is dying, but obviously not dead. And you'll see the one that are dead. It's pretty obvious. They've got all of these little lines around.
We set trek on the Kubongra hike, which was a 16.1k loop. You can do a shorter version of this where the loop will take you back, I think around 9 kilometers, but we decided to do the full day hike.
I wore the wrong pants, they're falling down. We got Don behind.
I can take a shot of your crack.
I've noticed that a lot of my friends overseas always talk about our wildlife, our plants, insects. There were a lot of ferns, plants that only grew in the Alpine region. There were these grapes that I said look yummy, but I figured out that they're actually poisonous too. Phrase that Rachel told me is disconnect to reconnect. So let's do a little breathing exercise together. You'll enjoy that. Now let's pivot to the difficult part of this hike. So we're already 1.6 kilometers in with 500 meters of elevation.
Now beating the ascent, humid, altitude. I'm dying. A bit sweaty. But yeah, we're going up. Woo! I had to unzip the jacket, it's hot.
I'm quite active and I was actually struggling a little bit on this. It says that this is a medium difficulty.
We're in the depths of it now.
We first stumbled into our second hut, which was...
What's it called?
Spargo's hut.
Spargo's hut. Can't even see it.
which was a shelter for alpine skiers, and it's still here. You can actually go inside and check it out.
Pretty high elevation. 1.6.
Another 100 meters later, we bumped into this pole.
Deers?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they rub against it.
90th animals wouldn't
Are
be
they
as
deers?
high.
Oh, because they drop them every year, so when they regrow, and
Yeah,
when
they have
drop
a-
them, they just
There's
crash.
like a skin.
JF mentioned that deers run around here. They love scratching their back on this because it's something they can't reach. So, the third hut we bumped into was the derrick hut. built in 1967 by the Wangaratta Ski Club. This timber hut memorializes Charles Derrick, a cross-country skier who perished in 1965 in a blizzard. We had a little lunch here to fuel up the rest of our energy.
Yeah, that's it. So, can you access this place in the snow season? Like, is it connected to any runs? No. This is completely backcountry.
And it's so versatile.
And then we finish off the hike. If you know the chairlift, this is actually Orchard, which is the furthest point in Mount Hotham if you go snowboarding there. So although it was a bit misty, it was so amazing just walking up the trail.
We are walking down Orchard to the car park. Not long to go. What are we at? 1,800 meters. Only 5 hours of walking. Pretty good workout. Oh, that was such an amazing hike. I highly recommend if you are coming to Hotham in summer, do this hike. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the car.
I enjoyed that. I just woke up from a huge nap, had a bit of dinner. We're gonna chill, sun setting. It is super foggy outside. It's a bit cold. I've got 2-3 layers on now. But yeah, it's just such a good reset at night, honestly. But come along. Oh yeah, I tried turning on half of them, but I couldn't find the other one.
This weekend wasn't just about where we went, it was about what we left behind. To me, I left behind distractions, excuses, and a constant need to be somewhere else.
Okay, so here's the beautiful domes at night. By the way, it is summer here. This is the beautiful dome. It is such a little amazing stay at Hotham, but it is cold. I couldn't imagine it being winter. It'd be even more cold. Yeah, come along. There's Rachel in the back where she's running with no shoes on. Look at her go. The Don works for Australian Geographic and he's on this little thing with us, like randomly. How cool is that? Super talented photographer. It's currently 8 p.m, 8:30 p.m. This is my last message in this zombie apocalypse. So, this is my dome here. Rachel's dome is there. And Don's dome is over there. It is such a nice thing at night. I'm going to go inside and shoot inside after. But yeah, it's so nice here.
Sometimes the only way to move forward is to step back, to disconnect, so you can finally reconnect. We ended the night with a shot of juniper, which apparently can only be extracted from the Sturton Mountain. Yeah, this is the bottle. I love the name juniper.
They kind of know what they're doing. But the results are not all that super floral. It's got tons of different flavors. All that one goes. Alright, santé. So yes, the French is the Australian tend to try it, the French sip it. Inside which maple, but I recommend sipping it.
Santé. Tombe.
Yum. Jenny P. So, it's a final night, and honestly, reflecting on this past weekend has been so good. Every time I go to nature, for someone who lives in the city and has a quite chaotic lifestyle and schedule, like every time I go to nature, even if it's snowboarding, hiking, or just going for a run, when it's a bit remote, I get like quite homesick on the first day I get. It's such a different change up of pace. But I just know for a fact that it's good for me in the long run when I do these little trips. But if you're thinking of staying here or wanting like a reset, visit this place. It's beautiful. Ambience, the hikes, everything about Mount Hotham is amazing. I'd never thought I'd come here during summer because I usually come here in winter. But honestly, in summer it is stunning. Such a good reset to the year. But anyway, that's it. See you guys in the next video.
Anyway, if you got this far, I appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing night, or morning, or wherever you are in the world. Can't wait to see you all in the next video.
Say what they want to say, do what they want to do. I